And so the question is like, how can I just orgasm more quickly? Chop, chop. So my quick little Instagram video that I initially did about this, but I got a lot of feedback about it. So I thought, let's do a longer video on YouTube. My first thing was like, why do you want to? Why do you want to be who you're not? Why do you want to? Hello, delicious people. Alana Pratt here, intimacy expert with a very delicious question. How do I orgasm more quickly? This was actually sent in to me from a woman. And yet it's curious. Most of the people on YouTube that watch are gentlemen, and most of the people that watch on Instagram are ladies. I don't know why. So for the ladies that watch me on YouTube, and also for the gentlemen who are listening, because maybe she's asking the question personally because she wants to orgasm more quickly. But sometimes we want to orgasm more quickly because we feel guilty that it's taking so long, or sometimes because we even have pressure from the gentleman who can orgasm more quickly. That's just like a genetic thing. I am not a doctor, but you've heard of the arousal gap, because he'll come really fast. She needs a good 20 minutes to get going. So he's done and she hasn't even begun. And there's this arousal gap, they call it, in the center, which he feels maybe guilty or like he didn't perform well because she's taking longer, which isn't bad. It's just how she's wired. And she's feeling guilty or bad because she's not coming as quick as he did. And that guilt, or even worse, like deeper shame, like not like what's going on is bad, I'm feeling guilty about this, but like I am bad, I am broken, shame, right? And so the question is like, how can I just orgasm more quickly? Chop, chop. So my quick little Instagram video that I initially did about this, but I got a lot of feedback about it. So I thought, let's do a longer video on YouTube. My first thing was like, why do you want to? Why do you want to be who you're not? Why do you want to not honor your body's wiring to get the pumps flowing, the juices flowing, by allowing yourself the 20 minutes that I think they say it's like 18 minutes that it takes to actually become ready to orgasm. What's wrong with your body? What's wrong with being a woman? What's wrong? So maybe you're experiencing pressure from him. Maybe there's no pressure from him. Maybe he's like, hey, honey, I'm here for 3 hours. I'm yours. And it's you. Maybe it's your own guilt or shame that you're not like the fake videos we see in porn that aren't accurate. Most anyways. Most. There's a lot of ethical adult videos out there that do share some very beautiful sexuality. All right, so back to the question about orgasming. My invitation is to let go of the conclusion that faster is better, and take on the point of view that what if I could have these waves of orgasms, these different kinds of orgasms, these multiple orgasms. And what if it wasn't like clean the toilet, do the laundry, have an orgasm? Like, when we took it out of that sort of to-do list and brought it more in a to-be list or experience. And if you have a partner, to say, hey, why don't we take just the first 20 minutes and just touch each other, just massage one another, even if it's a bit torturous not to penetrate, but allow you, the feminine body, to have the time it needs to get aroused and get lubricated and feel the safety in your heart and the openness to be able to surrender and connect. And for him to be invited to slow down and not just go straight for the nipples and yoni, but like, what about the clavicle? What happens when you kiss her here? But what happens when you kiss her here? But what happens when you kiss her here? And then what happens when you kiss her up her neck and you just slow down? I'm reminded of let's say a new couple, like to having a baby and they're exhausted, I can sort of get that they just want to like get her done because you barely don't even have enough energy to like stay awake and fool around. So I want there to be compassion that not everybody has hours every day to spend lovemaking, but we do all have the choice of how to spend our 24 hours in a day. And what are we doing that is leading to us shaming ourselves or feeling guilty and not having the kind of intimacy that we desire? Intimacy as defined as vulnerability and transparency and honesty and that real, raw, authentic communication with self so that we can have that with another, or communication with your body. Like, ask your feminine body, do you want to come quickly? If you're really listening, I doubt she'll say yes, unless she's just wants it as stress reliever and wants to turn over and go to bed or something like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're really looking for more of this sacred, tantric, yummy, soulful, soul-shaking lovemaking, then you're going to want to take your time. When I think back to my various orgasms in my life, the ones that were the biggest, the ones that made me cry, the ones that made me feel beautiful to be alive, they didn't happen instantly. They happened over time. Sometimes they happened with a partner that made me feel so safe. And sometimes they happened alone with the universe holding me so safe. So my invitation is that you take a whole new point of view with orgasm and not have it be a goal. Like, literally take goal off the table and just have pleasure and coming into communion with your body and coming into communion with your partner and having curiosity and slowing it down and allowing there to be, if anything, a multi-orgasmic experience, and allow the curiosity of what brings you pleasure to close that arousal gap and have the two of you really deeply, deliciously connect, and allow it to be okay with whatever emotions come up, and spend the time to learn how to communicate in a way that makes the other person not feel wronged or shamed, but invited into more of their authentic expression. There's so many capacities of intimacy that lead to better lovemaking that have nothing to do with genital copulation, but they can include genital copulation, okay? So thank you for your question. And if this resonated for you and you're like, you know what? I really am a lot in my masculine go, 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 get her done, accomplish, achieve mode. And I really do want to be more inviting, more alluring, more surrendered, more receptive. I really do desire to experience the connection, the orgasms, the oneness with my body and with my partner that you speak of. Then check out more about me. Go to my website, alanapratt.com. There's an intimacy blind spot assessment quiz there. And there's a lot of other resources and wonderful interviews and guided meditations. And it's a safe place for you to begin exploring, maybe I would like to engage in some coaching with Alana. Maybe I would like to allow myself to have the kind of orgasmic rapture that I and my body and soul know is possible. Because there's nothing wrong with you, ever. There's just these layers on top of beliefs, unhealed wounds, traumas from the past, our own lack of ability to connect with ourselves. This is just what's in the way, that when we resolve it, process it, integrate it, you are you, receptive, discerning, inviting, and soft strength, right? A woman is definitely strong, but there's also a strength in her softness, and that allows for the fullness of your pleasure and of your feminine capacity to create a life of orgasmic delight and joy. Thank you for your question. All my love.